Good morning from where's Deano today. It's Monday the 18th of May and I have just finished all my jobs for today, so I thought go for a walk. So I'm on this lovely little track that goes from Rotorua City to the east side of town. Just follows the edge of the lake around in the sort of sulphur area between the lake and Tenai Road. It's a couple of k's this piece of the track, and it's a really good link up to the redwood forest, which I will pass through on my journeys. I've got my backpack on with I think it's 3.5 kgs of stones in a bag, and then I've got some food on board, some first aid bits and pieces, 2 litres of water, so I'm probably carrying and with my pack, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, around about the 7 to 7.5 kgs today. That's a bit lighter than what I would be taking on the TA, but it's just a practice walk. I've still got 4 months to go to get nice and fit for that. So, yep, look at that. Hardly a cloud in the sky. Did I mention it's about midday? So I've got a few hours to walk and enjoy. So we'll see. I've got a plan in my head of where I'm going to end up. Well, it's not where I'll end up at home, but where I'll get to on the way. I'll watch the clock and sort of calculate roughly how far I can go to get home again. I want to be home by about 4. So that's what's in my head today. So we'll see how the day unfolds. And you always come across interesting stuff on these walks. And here's the first one. Yep, abandoned supermarket trolley. Somebody probably has a home in the bushes here somewhere, and they probably brought their furniture in on the trolley. I'm glad I have a lovely home to live in, because I wouldn't much want to be living out in the cold as winter comes on. So I hope whoever it is, if it is somebody in fact, that they find a home and a job to pay for it. Anyway, that's enough for now. So I'm about halfway along this little bit of track now, and it just comes down to the lake edge. So give you a bit of a zoom around. Obviously the city is behind me there. I'm not sure how much you can see with this camera. I've got it on zoom ×2, but that over there, out that way, is heading east towards Linmore, and it's a lovely day. So I just thought I'd show you around here. If you live in Rotorua and you want somewhere to walk, or if you're visiting, this walk is really, really nice, little easy flat walk.
Your eyes are heavy with the weight of the world. What's in a life you never could offer? Even if you've never flown before, you can take a chance and try once more. Don't let your worries weigh you down, down, down.
Always something nice to see. Little steam hole there. Yeah. Don't want to step in the wrong place and you get done. Anyway, I'll carry on in this direction.
We're made to soar amongst the clouds. Never learn to rise above these crowds.
So this is quite a nice part of the redwoods through here. I used to run this track a few years ago. It was one of my favourite running tracks. It's only part of about a 5k track I used to run, but still, it was really, really nice. I'm not about to start running now with my pack and everything on, but yeah, it's just beautiful. I don't know how well the drone picks up the height of the trees or anything. Probably not too well at all, I wouldn't think. But yeah, it's just a very nice piece of bush. I'll just go in here and show you, see if the drone can follow me or not. See how clever he is. Come on, Mr. Droney, follow me in here. Don't know who's made this little track, but it's quite nice. Quite nice indeed. I don't know whether it's a horse track or quite what it is, but aren't you still there, Droney? I thought I got you lost on that tree. Yeah, I don't know where this track comes out, but I'm heading for the top of the hill, and this is going up, so who knows? Maybe it'll end up where I want it to be. It's not that used that often by the look of it, but if I get lost, I just have to turn around and come back down again. Not that difficult, really. Anyway, I can either go up that way or down that way, and I think I'll go this way because it'll hook me up on the track, the main track that I want that goes up the hill. Anyway, hope that's been a good look for you.
Your eyes are heavy with the weight of the world. What's in a life you never could offer? Even if you've never flown before, you can take a chance and try once more. Don't let your worries weigh you down, down, down. You can still take flight, although you're earthbound.
Oh well, that's about 10 k's now that I've walked. So just have a little rest here with the bro. I don't know if you can see over there or not. That area is the bike park. It's on the way to Lake Karaka. The Blue Lake rather. And it had been my intention today to walk all the way to the Blue Lake, but I haven't made as good a time as I hoped. Or maybe it's just further than I thought it was. So this is a good turnaround point. and I see down over there, there's a sign saying coffee. So I'm not sure if they'll be open or not, but if they are, I think I'll have me a coffee and then I'll find my way back home. I've also got lunch to eat, which is my favourite little mix of instant pudding, milk powder, chia seeds and water, and they taste yummy and they are full of energy and they give me lots of go go go, and I need a bit of go 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 to get myself back home, I think. So yeah, that's where I'm headed for, the coffee place over there. So yep, catch you if I get a coffee. Nice little spot. Got myself a coffee. Got myself a nice ginger crunch. Have a bit of a rest here. It's nice to have the pack off. Good spot out here, mountain biking spot. Mountain bikes for hire over there. Plenty of car parking. This is the spot on the way out to the Blue Lake where you can come and mountain bike, and this all connects up with the Redwoods and Waipa Mill, so yeah, you can cruise a fair way on your bike if that's what you want to do. But it's a good place for me to have a break before I head back to town.
What's in a life you never could offer? Even if you never flown before, you can take a chance and try.
That's good. This is Hinemoa and Tutanekai. Many of the Rotorua locals are descendants of Hinemoa and Tutanekai, and that's why they hold this place in the park, and I'm guessing that that's why we have a Tutanekai and Hinemoa street in Rotorua as well. So I haven't been recording much on the way back. I've just been scooting as quick as I can because I should be watching where I walk and not the bloody camera. I've been scooting along because the walk out took me quite a bit longer than I expected. I was dilly-dallying a lot of the time, and I wandered up that track that I didn't really know where it went, and it just sort of round and round and headed in the general direction, and that was good enough for me, but probably wasn't the quickest. So yep, you can probably tell by my breathing, got my foot down and going for it. So I'm kind of back in the lower part, well, semi-lower part of the Redwoods now. Just cruising down this track. I'll hit Long Mile soon. I'll shoot along Long Mile towards the Redwoods. In fact, I think I'll shoot over Long Mile and just cut through the doggy walk area that I used to walk with Jen when we used to take Harlem for walks. Haven't walked in there for a long time. So yeah, good old Harlem. Fantastic boxer, white boxer, deaf, but beautiful dog. For a deaf dog, it did as it's told better than most hearing dogs. I just responded so well to sign language, which is really cool. And I used to walk along and push the button on my boot, and my boot would open up, and then I'd turn around and look at Harlem, and I'd go like that, which meant get in the boat. And yep, she'd just run along and jump into the boot. And one day there's these people, and they were watching me. Hi guys. These people were watching me as I done this, and of course I didn't say a word. And it dawned on me that they probably didn't know whether it was because Harlem was deaf or because I was dumb and couldn't speak. So, you know, it didn't matter either way, got the job done. Yeah, good memories. So, yeah, I think I'll just walk through the doggy park. Just remember the funny times with Harlem. The other thing that Harlem always used to do, because she was a white dog, was she just used to love rolling in the mud. So you'd take her into the forest all nice and white, bring her back black as anything. Always had to have a rug in the back of the car. But the other thing was, only thing she liked more than rolling in mud was rolling in shit, and that was not pleasant. But anyway, that's enough rambling. I'm going to walk through the dog park, have a bit of a memory, and then carry on walking home. Oh well, we're in the doggy park area. That hole there was one of Harlem's holes. It's a bit dried out at the moment, but when it was full of water, Harlem would just sprint off, jump in that hole, and wallow like a pig. So, yep, this is our beautiful dog walking park. Heaps of different little tracks that you can cut through in here. It's the old Forest Research seed orchard, where they used to plant all of the different sorts of, mainly radiata seed, but some other seeds as well, and to see how they would grow, and then they would come down here and do measurements and count their branches and measure how thick their bark was, and how much spacing had to do with how fast they grew. The closer they were together, the smaller the branches they grow, which is fantastic. But the slower the tree grows as well, because there's more competition for the light. And obviously if you have them too far apart, the branches grow huge, which makes it harder for pruning if you're going to prune. And if you don't prune them, well, then the timber's full of big knots and not so strong, but they grow a lot quicker. So all sorts of trials. I used to work at Forest Research back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and yep, measured a few trials in here, but we had trials all over the country, so I used to travel all over the country measuring trees, which sounds boring, but it was a lot of fun. Anyway, I'll keep walking. That's me just heading home, just about home, just across the road. Even had time to stop off and get some pork chops for tea. So that was a good walk, just over 20 kilometres in just under 5 hours. Guess I can't complain about that. So yeah, looking forward to sitting down and having a beer.
before. You can take a chance and try once more. Don't let your worries weigh you down, down, down. You can still take flight, although you're earthbound.